Hey everybody, Bad Merc here. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a retro review of Gojira's From Mars to Sirius. I heard this CD probably about maybe 8 to 10 years ago, and I think I was watching the Music Choice channel on, back then it was Time Warner cable, or I don't know, I think it was Time Warner, and they used to have a metal channel where you would hear all brand new types of different metal bands come on, and it was a really cool channel. I mean, I guess they have that now, like with the Pandora or whatnot. You type in a band that you like. But I really liked that channel too. It was cool back in the day. You would just get random different styles of metal. It wouldn't just be like one band style like the way they have that preset set up. So, but yeah, this is the band right here. It's a heavy 4-piece band from France called Gojira. The band was once named Godzilla, but I think they almost got sued, so they had to change it to Gojira, which I think is sounds better anyway. It kind of works out better. They do this, just the sound that they have is just this really big, epic, heavy sound. That's the best way I could describe it. You have to listen to the sound. It actually does sound like fucking Godzilla's stomping around. They usually use I believe a 6-string too, and it's crazy the heavy sound that they get out of it. It sounds like they're using 7, sometimes 8-string guitars. They just really like hone their craft. It's basically kind of like progressive metal. The vocalist has like a real versatile style. It's just really awesome. They kind of sound like the singer kind of sounds like a mix between like Slayer, Korn, Morbid Angel, just to name a few. There's more. The band too also sounds a little bit like Morbid Angel, Tool. Yeah, just like a lot of really different influences, but they really just really have their own sound. Like every now and then a metal band will kind of stick out amongst the crowd. And I think personally this is my favorite album by them, and it was also the one I was introduced to, the one I was introduced their sound to. But this is some of the album art right here. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think that the singer, he did the album artwork for it. And yeah, it looks like a lot of like ink washes and things like that. Different, different. Looks like some squid right there. Looks kind of it kind of reminds me of like a lot of like Lovecraftian stuff like that. The way the album's set up, it has like a sci-fi, fantastical, otherworldly space feel to it. The sound feels that way. It kind of reminds me too of the Lobo comics back in the day when he had the space dolphins flying around. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, and it sticks out too. If you're a metal band, you put out a CD like that with a fucking white cover or a red cover or something like that, it's gonna stick out. It's good marketing too. So that's always a good thing. I'm sure that he didn't care about that, but I always find it interesting when a member of the band does the artwork for the album. You don't see that too often. They usually hire someone to do it, but I think that's really cool because you get inside the psyche somewhat of the artist, and really just adds like another dimension of artistic vision to the album and the whole project and the presentation of what you're getting. So it's just a really cool immersive experience. I recommend getting this on vinyl, or if you're gonna bump it on a CD player for your barbecues, get this. Listen to the whole album. I always say buy albums, don't just stream them, buy them. Support these creators. But yeah, well, let's get down to it. The first song on here is called Ocean Planet. The intro to this basically, it's basically has like this awesome hard hitting like pause and pig squeal and guitar slide like verse layout. It just kind of goes back and forth, alternating with that type of thing. But you got to hear it. Then it drops in this cool like fast build up section. It has like this cool like time shifts. It's kind of like tech math sort of, but the song's just slow and heavy, and it's just like do 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 boom boom boom. It's like I don't know. You got to hear it. It's really cool. It's a hard hitting song. It sounds awesome. Like you really got to check it out. It's called Ocean Planet. The second song on here is one of my favorite songs by the band. It's called Backbone. This one starts off with this it's like contagious like chuggy riff. And like also like the bass on it sounds really awesome. You can really hear the bass. In a lot of bands in metal, you can't hear the bass that much. Sometimes they get drowned out by the guitars. And there's some like really cool like tremolo like epic sections in here with blast beats and double basses, and it's just like really tight sounding. The outro verse on this track right here, it's kind of deconstructed and then reconstructed sonically into this heavy like breakdowny riff. Just makes you want to bang your fucking head against the wall. The next song on here is From the Sky. This song right here is this is probably my favorite track by the band in general. This one starts off with this mean tremolo track. It reminds me of kind of like a Morbid Angel song. Then it drops into this slow, heavy like riff accompanied by the double bass. It's just really strong and tight and, you know, solid sounding. And it shifts into this heavy build up and then drops into this solid like epic heavy sounding like tremolo riff. There's a lot of tremolo like riffs in the song. It's just yeah, it's a really cool song. You should definitely check it out. Yeah, that one's called number 3, From the Sky. The fourth song on here, this one is just like a straight up it's called Unicorn. It's a straight up like instrumental song. It legit sounds like a fucking like a unicorn's prancing around or some shit. But yeah, that's the name of the the song right there. It kind of breaks up the heaviness of the first like first few songs. The next one on here is number 5, and it's Where Dragons Dwell. This song right here is it's like a slow, heavy jam fucking song. Like it kind of has like an alternative rock sound in some spots, and you know it has like these epic metallic buildups. You know, the song sounds like it's lyrically about searching for dragons, but the song is big. Like this is another one of those songs where I was telling you about, where it has these big sounds, you know, and when you hear the song, it makes you sound like you're you know, like Godzilla's coming or something like that. It's crazy, like straight up Gojira right there, you know. But check it out. It's a really interesting song. There's a lot of songs on here that are really interesting, like kind of groundbreaking. Like if you haven't really heard anything like it before. On a side note, the band, from my understanding, they would practice for like 5 years in between albums, and I think the latest album, they recorded like fucking 30 songs and they only kept like a handful of them until they just weren't happy with it. So yeah, that just gives you a little bit of like how dedicated these guys are to their craft. Again, the 6th song on here, is the Heaviest Matter of the Universe. The song has an interesting, like, technical, heavy intro. Then it drops into this chuggy, catchy, kind of grinding riff. And it starts to fall into this different, like, heavy riffage with lots of guitar squeals and slides. This band has a lot of, like, squeals and slides on the guitars in this album. And then also you can hear the vocalist. He does, like, some different styles in this song right here. Towards like the end section of the song, but definitely it's like a real heavy song. You should definitely check it out. Let's see here. The number 7, the song is Flying Whales. So basically like that, kind of like the cover of the album. This song is like it's an interesting sound. It has like whale samples in it, like right from the beginning. There's certain parts in the album where you can hear whales like communicating. I think maybe on the first track, this track, and I think possibly on the last track, but don't quote me. But yeah, it has like this a lot of in-your-face bass riffs. You can hear the bass guitar really cool. It's also like got this catchy, like heavy ass fucking rock feels in it. Like it makes you feel like you're flying through space with fucking whales. The vocals on this track are, you know, they're really strong and solid and heavy. The song is just a creative epic, you know, packed with technical death sounds and, you know, progressive breakdowns. You know, I think this one is like a must listen too. It's another one of those tracks where it's just like, you know, you should definitely check it out and listen to it. The next song on here is number 8, and this one's Into the Wilderness. This one has like an epic. It's like another, you know, epic heavy track packed with razor sharp guitar and drop accents, like the way the guitars and the drums accent each other, and the song just kind of goes up and down like the soundscapes. The toms on here are fucking masterful. Like you should hear the toms, the way that they do them. I think it's the drummer and the guitar player, because the guitar player, one of the guitar players, he sings and does the vocals. And then the drummer, I believe, is the brother. From my understanding, he does the drums. I think they're called the Duplantiers. I think it's Joseph and Joseph, and I forgot the other guy's name. I can't remember. Sorry. Um, the the ninth song on here is "World to Come." This right here is it's like kind of has like this strong, like big, like epic progressive rock heavy sound. It builds up from like this trippy, like rock, like hypnotic, like sounding intro. Like the first kind of half of the song, it's like that. It progresses, and it gets slow, like and heavier towards the end. But it's like it's another fun listen. Like if I don't know. If you're, you like to chill and hang out and listen to some crazy heavy metal, like that's heavy as fuck but trippy, like in certain spots, check out this song. The 10th song on here is from Mars. This one, this song is like it's kind of like a haunting clean track. It's very melancholic, and it's basically it has the same like riff as the song that's after it. So the next song that's after it is to Sirius, and yeah, it's a solid song by itself. It's basically like clean guitars, and the singer he's has like a bunch of vocal layered tracks, and it just sounds really cool. Yeah, that's basically all I could say about that song. And then 11 again, the 11th song under is to Sirius. Basically, you got these two song titles from Mars to Sirius. Number 11. This song, it's just one of those songs that has this awesome, catchy beginning, and it stays that way till the fucking end. Song has a lot of power. It's very trippy. It's hard hitting. It has some technical breakdowns, and it has like some infectious, repetitious verses. This band has a lot of like songs that have repetitious verses in them, and this is another one that has some parts in there. Not full on like some of the other parts in the album, but yeah, it's definitely got it. And this one, I believe, to Sirius has a video for it, so you can go on the YouTube and check it out. It's pretty cool. The 12th song on here is Global Warming. This track has some, like a lot of like melodic hammer-ons on the guitar. So it's a lot of melodies. If you're familiar with that terminology or whatnot, and it's got this hypnotic sound. A lot of times when you do the hammer-ons, it kind of creates this weird like harp sounding effect on the guitar. And the it's pretty catchy. It's awesome. I could sit there and just listen to the song, having a beer, barbecuing. And the vocals are really cool. He's doing some different things on this track vocally. It's hard for me to break down like what he's doing exactly that's different. It is clean. But you can hear him doing some really like twangy vocals, and it kind of matches the music really awesome. So check out Global Warming. It's a solid outro track. It has something sonically different to say than the rest of the tracks in the album. So yeah, that's basically it from Gojira's Mars to Sirius. I give this album 2 horns way the fuck up. And I was out in the quarantine and stopped by the beer store, and I picked up this here new German beer. It's called WOLTERS Black, but it was coming up as a WOLTERS Bear Black. But yeah, I've never seen it before. I thought it looked kind of regal and fucking metal at the same time. So I thought I'd pick it up. So let's give it a crack. Smells pretty good. I think it's a dark beer, and I always favor the dark beers more. Smooth, solid. Yeah, that WOLTERS Black, definitely solid beer. It was only like, for the can, it was only like $2.50. I give WOLTERS Black 2 horns up. Check that beer out. And also, if you want, you can check out this here campaign right here. It's called BLOODHUNT. I just backed it today. It's a Comicsgate book, and basically Comicsgate books are books that don't have extreme politics or religion in them, and basically they're all about customer service and giving the fans what they want, for the most part, and treating them with respect, And this right here is a book. It's just hit the 10,000K mark, and it's got a stretch goal where if it gets to 15, like the book's black and white and it has like a strong like manga influence. It also has a mix of American comics, anime. It has like a heavy metal 2000 AD magazine influence feel to it too. It's not for kids, but it's pretty awesome. 71 pages of story. This is art right here. That's the cover. And yeah, I think when it gets to 15K, the artist is gonna, my man Sam is gonna turn some of the blood. He's gonna paint all the blood scenes in it red. So that would be very interesting to see that. This book is cool, black and white, cool black and red and white, and also cool in color. You know, you could look at it and experience the multimedia in 3 different ways. But yeah, it looks really cool. So if you're into Blade and stuff like that, Underworld, you're definitely gonna fucking love this shit right here. Basically, it's about Vincent, an elite assassin who takes a bit of too much money, pride, and pleasure in his work. He's got it all: style, money, reputation, and also he happens to be secretly dating his boss's daughter. Betrayed and sent to his death on ostensibly simple job. Take out an old man as a favor. The old man is actually an ancient vampire, and he has other plans. Now awakened as a vampire, Vincent discovers a supernatural world hidden in plain sight. While settling his new abilities, the assassin rains hell upon anyone standing between him and the vengeance he craves. So that right there just sounds like a fucking movie right there, you know? Could be something really cool. I'd pay to see that. But yeah, check it out. This is a BLOODHUNT right here. It's on INDIEGOGO. You get it's a pretty cool perk. It's only $25 plus shipping. Wherever you're at, it's gonna change probably some of the shipping. And this is my book right here, Butch Cleaver. If you want, you could check this out on Indiegogo. It's about a brutal butcher who's killed, like a psychopathic butcher, and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and he gets the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So he uses that power to figure out who killed him and maybe get some payback, and you know, maybe try to redeem himself too in the process. So if you guys want, you can come on over to my page and sign up for it. I haven't launched yet. I believe I'm going to launch this in July. That's the goal. And whoever signs up for the email, I'm going to give them a free surprise when they back. So I'm still like on the fence about if I'm going to make it a complete surprise or if I'm going to make it a surprise and let everybody that signs up participate in a poll and see what they want. It might be for example, maybe a sketch cover or maybe a sketch or a sketch card or a card or I don't know. There's a million things you could do. This is some of the promo artwork for it. That's the title. That's Butch right there. And so yeah, if you want, check it out. Check out Gojira's from Mars to Sirius. Check out BLOODHUNT. Check out WOLTERS Black German beer. You know, as always, folks, if you like metal, you like movies, you like brewskis, you like comics, then stop on by, ring that bell, subscribe to Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. You know, be cautious and be brave. You guys have an excellent day.